Okay, let's do reference lines, and then we'll do legends. So we saw the AB line function before. You know that it gives you, if you put in a comma b in here, that it gives you the y-intercept and the slope. It gives you a line with y-intercept a and slope b. We also saw that you could fill in these arguments, and you would get horizontal line or vertical line. And you can also use a vector to get more than one horizontal line. So here's an example. Now this sequence function, what does it do? I think we covered this, but it generates a sequence from 1 to 10 with jumps of 2. So it goes 1 to 3, 3 to 5, and so on. So you get these numbers here. So we're going to get vertical lines at these points. You can this will give us, I think, a dashed line, and this is the color blue. So you can try that. Now, just to let you know, we just did this code before, and you could put all this code there, and then you could do that AB line, and you get the results that you expect. However, if you do this first, and then do the AB line, you won't get the AB line won't plot. So this apparently, I didn't realize it, but this sets the parameters back to the original parameters, right, as we started here. But after that, it seems like you can't write to the plot. At least AB line doesn't work then. So let's just see that, actually. Okay, so I just ran all that code up to, but I didn't do the last thing. I didn't set the parameters back to the defaults. So I got this picture over here. Now if I do AB line, setting a horizontal line at 4, should write a horizontal line at 4. Okay, and you can see that it did. Okay, now if I do this one here, and then try another AB line. So here I'm going to try and generate a bunch of vertical lines here, but nothing happened. Okay, now if I go and run the same code again, but I delete the graph and then run it again. So now I have the plot open, and I didn't do this yet here. So now if I do that, where is it? This one, it should work. Let's see if that's true. So I'm hoping to get vertical lines, and I do. Okay, so if you do that, restore the default, seems like it doesn't work after that. Okay. Okay, let's talk about how to create a legend. Now, an example would be this one. So why do you want a legend? That when you have different sets of data on the same graph, so you want to know which is which, so you have a legend, or different groups of data or different sets of data. Okay? So, and you put this legend up there. So to do that, and you can do that not just in a line graph, but also you can have legends for other graphs as well. Anyway, you use the legend function, which takes these 3 arguments: the location of the legend, the title, and the legend. So what is the location? So there are several different ways to indicate the location. You can just give the XY coordinates for the upper left-hand corner of the legend. Or you can use this, I didn't do this, locator, in which case you use the mouse. So I guess you put this in the legend function, and we'll try it. And then you can use the mouse to indicate the location of the legend. So you click somewhere, and that's where the legend will go. Click somewhere on the graph. You can also use the keywords bottom or bottom left, and so on, left, top, top right, right, bottom right, or center to place the legend on the graph. If you use one of these keywords, you also use inset to specify. You can also use inset equals to specify an amount to move the legend into the graph as a fraction of the plot. So maybe we'll see that. And the title, which is a character string, and legend, a character vector with the labels. So you're going to have the different labels that you want for the in the legend. Okay, so let's look at this example. We have the same drugs here, and legend is, we're locating it in the top left, which is here. We're using an inset of 5%. So that means 5%, you're moving the legend box 5% into the graph. This is a fraction of the whole plot region. So we're not moving it much, just a little bit, 5% of the whole distance. So you can play with that. You could have made it, left it at 0, or tried it at 0%. And we're also going to have a character vector for the labels, which is here. We're going to have labels A and B. And you can also use these to control the width or styles. And we can set this that says if the legend labels colored lines, which is the case in that graph, you specify this and a vector of colors. So we're doing that here. So red and blue. So we get this. Now the styles were here. For the one was a square and the other was a diamond, or no, a triangle, and that's 15 and 17 for the PCH. Okay, so let's try and create that. And so we get this as we expected. Okay, there are some other parameters that you can set, and you can check the legend function help to find out what those are. And finally, I'll set the parameters back to the original, like this. Okay, that's the legend. So next we'll do text annotations and math annotations. So text annotations, here you can see we have some annotations, text annotations. So how to do that. And some math annotations are if you want to add math symbols.